Hey everyone, this is J-Dog and I'm here with another video. And yes, once again I'm talking about Rotten Tomatoes. One reason why is because a while back I did a couple videos. By the way, I will leave the description to those videos if you want to see those videos if you haven't yet. About a strategy that evolves with our shows and films that we want to support. As you know, I'm looking at right now is concerning the Black Lightning television show that's currently on the air right now. Every episode is every Tuesday at 9 o'clock on the CW network, and the encore presentation of each of those episodes is at 8 o'clock on Fridays. So far, the show is, in my opinion, is doing great, and I guess those people around here had the same thing, the same feeling. Right now, in those videos about me talking about Rotten Tomatoes, I'm talking about how people should sign up for Rotten Tomatoes accounts and then put their reviews in what they would rate the show, and then they will get tallied up by the website and the people who work on the website, and then you will get these. These are approval rating scores. These are determines how people feel about the show. So far, Rotten Tomatoes critics, which is the tomato meter, this is the critics, the professional critics from newspapers, magazines, they have given this show 100%, meaning this show is on the right track by the critics. And trust me, they are not disappointing. I agree 100% with these critics. This is an amazing show. And for those who haven't known, Black Lightning is a television show about a DC comic superhero by the name of Black Lightning. A man named Jefferson Pierce, a school principal, and is also a father of 2 daughters. Basically, when trouble happens in his city, he decides to put on the suit and becomes the superhero Black Lightning, because he also has. The reason why he's also called Black Lightning is because of his metahuman abilities to basically shoot out lightning and use it as a weapon, use it as a force to take on the bad guys. In the show, he is actually retired because of the well-being of his family, and he thought that he could do some good as a school principal. And at the same time stay close to his family, try to get together, because during his superhero career it was affecting his family to the point that his wife even wanted a separation or a divorce or something. Yet they still stayed in touch because they still loved each other and they still wanted to do what was best for their daughters. Until the infamous bad guys of the show, and particularly the 100 gang, led by a crime boss named Tobias Wells, basically has caused the crime, and with the absence of Black Lightning, the crime by this gang is risen up and is hectic, that people are getting hurt and killed to the point and that Black Lightning has to do something, not to mention other things that's happening with the community, racism, gang violence. So he finally puts on the suit once again, and now is trying to stop the 100 gang. Now later on the show, it's also been said that the girls may also experience powers. If you haven't seen the latest 2 episodes, one of the oldest daughter right now is already experiencing that she may too be like her father, a metahuman, and ends up with abilities. In the comic books, she and her sister are supposed to be a sister duel known as Thunder and Lightning. So yeah, if you don't read any of the DC comic books, in particular about the Black Lightning, you might not know about the daughters until now as you're watching the series. They too have powers, or at least they're about to discover them later on in the series. Now, what are you looking at now? Back to the Rotten Tomato thing. Oh, and also later on, I'm going to talk about another website that we can also use and sign up for to get critical reviews. right now you're looking at is the overall approval ratings, one by the critics and one by everyday television watchers and moviegoers. So far, like I said, I'm happy with the critics. They're giving it 100%. And then 63 is what the audience is giving right now, which is a good score because I'm about to show you something else. I will go back to this page later on. This right here. This is what I'm happy, and also this is the scoring. Anything 75 and above by the critics gets a certified fresh, and then anything between 60 and 74 is just a fresh, and then anything 59 and below is too many bad reviews and it gets a splat. Audience score, anything a lot of reviews between 3.5 and 5 stars, and the score is 60 to 100. That's this bucket of popcorn right here, which means good. If it's below 59, and because too many scores are below 3.5 stars, it gets this bucket right here, which has been spilt and everything. Now let's go back to the thing. So far, I'm kind of happy with the fact that this score is at least not below 60. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why it did that. Right now, this is those reviews were going to be tallied for this score. Right now, I see a whole lot of critics right here. These are some of the top ones. There's a total of 46 that are saying that this is an awesome show. These red tomatoes. Basically, they were able to tally up these tomatoes, and it became this. Now, even though I'm happy that it's above 60, I was hoping, I did a video, for those of you who saw on YouTube the Check Out Black Panther, I actually had a goal for this thing right here. I actually wanted this to be like maybe around 80 or 90%. And then I'm hoping that people who are watching my videos, especially the videos about Rotten Tomatoes, that they have signed up and put the reviews, because I want to make sure that this show gets the best reviews ever that it can, so that people say, heck, this is a good show, we need to make more seasons of it, we need to make more shows like this. And scores like this is what's going to help. The one thing that I do worry about is if the scores get lower. That's what we don't want to happen. That's why we need a lot of people. I need a lot of people to help me out. Make sure that many people are putting positive reviews on here, so the score could stay at least this or go even higher. I actually want this score to go even higher. So if you haven't put a review yet or a rating, please just sign up at Rotten Tomatoes. I think I do a tutorial of how to do it on one of the videos that I will leave the description to the link to later. And hopefully we can get this score going up. Now, during the tally, this right here, and then more scores. This is for the critics. I want to look at the critics ones first. So far, I'm seeing, for now, this one right here is, forgive me if I pronounce this one, Gremlin Virtual. It says, for now, Black Lightning remains welcome bright spot in the doldrums of January, and sorry if I pronounced this wrong, attempt to recharge superhero TV. So basically, he's welcoming this show. He likes this show. And alright, this one from Christy Hubble. In a world that falling apart at every level, true heroes need to stand up to protect people. Jefferson, that's the character Black Lightning, that's the real name of the Black Lightning character, does just that, and he even has a tricked out new Black Lightning suit. So this telling you right there, basically this is probably another score, a B+, but this telling you right there, this is a top critic. This is from the Entertainment Weekly. The other guy I mentioned is from The Guardian. Like I said, these are professional critics. Alright, here's one from Kyle Fowl. Black Lightning is immediately established as something unique. It's not just the obvious stuff like the nearly all black cast or the fact that the series premiere isn't part of the drawn out origin story. Rather, the difference is in the storytelling. I guess he's talking about the writers and stuff. As you know, the writers of this show are very well known. It's a black couple that also has worked on shows like The Game and Girlfriends and so on. And they actually done some good writing, and those shows were very good when they were on. And so they're doing it for a superhero show for once. This one from Kevin Yallman. Black Lightning alters and elevates the television superhero landscape in a welcome and necessary way. So this one's from Screen Rant. This is an online site. So basically a whole lot of good reviews right here. So the critics, I don't have to worry about, I guess I don't have to worry much about the professional critics. Usually those are the people who are more stricter, more, you know, they're looking for all nitpicks and stuff. You expect them to be more negative than their everyday average goer, but right now they're feeling this series. So, here, go ahead and try a faster way to go back. So yeah, now let's see what the audience is saying. Now, like I said, so majority of those reviews are very positive, but I just want to know how come the audience, only 63% of the audience supports this show. That means the audience score might be a little bit different. Now, let me find where, right here. Now, even though it says this, trust me, if they have that audience score right now, that means some people have already put in. Now, of course, now here we don't have no name, but we do see a 5-star. We see 3.5. That's also good. But then you get this, half a stars. I actually looked at a couple of these scores earlier before I decided to do the recording. Black Lightning is almost got a guide on how not to make a television show. So basically, this guy does not like the series. Never mind genre. Quest Wilson's acting is beyond laughable. The plot is a joke. Characters are introduced without names or explanation, and the pace of everything is jarring at the very least. This show is bad in all ways can be bad. Seems like some of the top critics have been paid to give this trip good reviews. Honestly, it is an hour of my life I will never get back. Basically, this guy is jealous of the show, or just doesn't like it. He probably found some flaws. Now, I'm not saying that the show is perfect. Now, there are some stuff that even I thought that the show could use work, but I still like the show. This guy didn't. Like I said, I actually looked at, alright, we got some good 5-star. Oh, here's something good. Sensational series. Now here's a good review. Sensational series, an atmosphere similar to that of Jon Stewart. Oh, so she's talking about the Black Green Lantern. Huh. very well crafted and focused on real world problems. So she likes the series, gave it 5 stars. Another 5 stars. 3.5. That's good. This guy wants to see it. He probably hasn't put a rating score. 5 stars, 5 stars. And we need more of these. Good thing we're getting more. I wish these scores were a little bit higher. Now we got a 2 not so interest. So, great story plot. I love this show and will be watching every week. Alright, good, good, good. This is good. Now, there was some scores, some reviews that I looked at. Okay, another 5 star. Now we got some 2s. There was Now here's this. You hear this a lot, especially when it comes to shows concerning a certain demographic. Ever notice how the critics hate positive descriptions of interracial relationships where color and race are treated as incidental non-issues? Like everything is everything, but love depictions of racism and different ethnicity hating each other? That's because the so-called liberal progressive agenda is not to bring harmony and equality, but to stir up hate, bitterness, and division. Why is he saying this? The conservatives do it too. Matter of fact, the conservatives do it more. And The Flash is doing good as a series, and that happens to do an interracial couple, the Flash himself and Iris. And another thing, would you be saying this if this and he is talking about the fact that this show is predominantly black cast. There's like I think 1 white character, actually 2 if you count the 2 henchmen of Tobias Wells. And then of course there's an ally of the Black Lightning who is not black. And he happens to be this guy who works in a tailor shop that he secretly, but behind the scenes of that tailor shop, he helps work on the suits for Black Panther. So there is a white ally of Black Panther, Black Lightning. So basically, another thing, would you be saying this? Would this person whose face we cannot see, would be saying this if it happens to be a all-white superhero show, like, or movie like Captain America, or the show from the 90s, the Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman? Would he be saying that? But no, he's gonna have to attack an all-black cast show. Matter of fact, a lot more people are supporting interracial and black cast shows recently. Now, yeah, and I bet you this guy doesn't even care about diversity. He just does not want to see a show about a black lead superhero. And there's more of these things. This is one of the reasons why I wanted people to start putting their own reviews so that we can get that score a little bit higher. Because just like what happened with Star Wars, because I talked about that, I think I talked about that in one of my videos, there was trolls, this is probably a troll too, that were trying to mess with the score by just putting random reviews, and they probably didn't even watch the series or the movie, or they're not watching the series, but they do not want a show or film where the lead is black to be successful like it is right now. And you bet you these guys like him are going to be showing up on Rotten Tomatoes putting reviews like this when Black Panther comes out. That's, which I'm about to talk about later, why I decided to do this strategy. Now, the rest of these reviews are good. Okay, this guy, okay. I think it's pretty telling that potentially politically designed reboots of a series like Black Lightning. I don't remember Black Lightning having another television series. It must be mistaken for Static Shock. Receives 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's almost as if the critical media groups are afraid to say that it isn't an amazing show due to the potential backlash of racism. Game of Thrones gets a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes. Is this show's truly better than Game of Thrones? This is probably another white dude who's probably jealous that a black show is doing a lot better right now than a white show. That's probably this guy's mindset. That a black show could actually do a lot better than a white show. And probably he hasn't watched shows like White Famous or movies like Proud Mary, because I actually looked at those two scores. They didn't get good reviews by critics. And they had predominantly lead black characters. And probably were worked on by black people. I haven't looked on who worked on behind the scenes of those shows and films. The Mayor was another black-led show, but it got canceled. So, I guess the network studio did not like that one. That's a whole nother story, though. Nah. And not to mention, they do, the Black Lightning series has a more positive review on a black lead character. We see a lot of black shows where it's all a bunch of stereotypes, like the gangbanger or the drug addict, like on The Chi and stuff like that. Not hating on The Chi, because I kind of like the Chi. But you don't see this guy going on that show, because I think that show got some good reviews. But you don't see that guy going on that show's page on Rotten Tomatoes and saying stuff like this. Why? Because that show does, admittedly, has a little bit of stereotypes. Stereotypical stuff. You see it's in the hood and stuff like that. I mean, this show's in the hood too. But one reason why he's hating on this show is because the main black character lead is not playing a stereotype. He's a father figure. He's a school principal. He's trying to improve his neighborhood. A lot of racist white people do not like that in shows. Alright, majority of these reviews are good. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to every last one of them. This one is comparing it to Suicide Squad. Alright, see, look, the good news is I'm seeing a whole bunch of good reviews, like this one right here. Beautifully captured the current climate in the Western world. Only pitfall is American cops pulling tasers on black men. Hourly, wouldn't it be real guns? I think this guy is overseas or something. He's saying Western world, but I guess they're airing the show overseas, so that's good. More viewers, hopefully, overseas. We got another hater. 100% by critics are all those. Okay, see, Paige Shields. See, they think that. But I bet you he would not be saying this if the superhero was white. See, this is one reason why I wanted to do the strategy. A matter of fact, the strategy, you don't even have to huddle up. My strategy, you don't even have to set up a meeting and say we're going to do this strategy. I just want people to go to Rotten Tomatoes, Just make up accounts. You don't have to pay for anything. You could become your own critic and basically put your own reviews, and 5 stars. The score gets tallied. If you're a professional critic, it'll go into the tomato meter. If you're just a regular Joe, it'll go to the audience score. I want to boost up the score because I want to make this guy more angry than he already is. See, he's jealous. See, these trolls right here, these bitter people who don't like the series. And it's not just white racist folks. Look right here. Why Asian people are shown mean in here. So we got an Asian dude right now that's not happy. Oh, here's one. I liked it. I am excited to see the main character's daughters develop their powers. Yes, one of them is already developed. They both are supposed to have powers. One of them is already, Thunder is which is the oldest daughter. She's already starting to feel that experience. Why Asian people are shown mean in here? So he basically doesn't like that there's this stereotype of Asians looking mean. Probably, first, see, now this guy, well, to this guy right here, I just want to say now you see how it feels to be black in America, where we're depicted in a negative stereotype? Because we are depicted in a negative stereotype all the time, and there's still shows that do that. Yet, when we're not, that's when people get angry. People who are non-black get angry. I mean, Asians, they've been in a negative stereotype too in shows, but not as badly as what happens with black folks. Oh man, this is I just gotta show this on this video. The Black Lightning comic books came out in the 1970s and were a unifying force of good, so he talks good about it despite this review. This version is a racist bigot who is a force of divisionness. What a shit. God, we don't even see his picture, but I'm telling you right now, this is probably some racist white guy who is angry of the show's characters being predominantly black. Some of the black characters are actually being put in a positive light. They have jobs. They're heroes. But I bet you he wouldn't be saying all this stuff if it was a show about a white superhero and the black people are put in a negative stereotype. He probably would not be saying stuff like that. See, this is why I want people to do my strategy now and set up account. Okay, this was someone probably being angry at the this Roberto. You know, I'm not gonna really read everyone. I'm just gonna first of all, I'm happy that I'm seeing a lot of good positive 5-star ratings and want to see it, but what's keeping the score at 63 instead of like at 80 or 90 or 100 is you also have these people with these things. Now here's one that's interesting. I hate this bull stereotype nonsense, lesbian culture, SJW. So we got another conservative who thinks this is SJW, brainwashing garbage, and that the only superheroes blacks have are ghetto driving like Luke Cage. So this probably is a black person who's just because Black Lightning is fighting in the hood. So he's hating the show for another reason. He's hating because there are some stereotypes that he is fighting gangbangers and stuff. There you do see blacks in a negative stereotype. And speaking of the whole lesbian thing, as spoiler alert, the daughter in the comic books does become a lesbian. And if you've seen the second episode, just have anyone seen the, tell me in the comment section if you've seen the second episode. She was with a girl. In the comic book, she is a certified a lesbian. And they've even been talking about this, but that she's about to become the first lesbian, black superhero. First of all, I don't really care what, yeah, we hear about this, the gay agenda and stuff like that. And yeah, I do have some issues, like I do want to see more straight representation, but you know, then again, you also have gay people LGBT people watching the show, and they are supporting the Black Lightning show. That means more viewers are going to come in because they do have some kind of representation from the LGBT. So they want to make the LGBT, and of course, some LGBT people happen to be black. They're happy that not only that they're going to have a show that is a predominantly black cast that's going to be put in the positive light. They also, some of the members in the black community who are in the LGBT community are going to be very happy that they're going to also see a lesbian character become a superhero. This is probably the first time ever. And I mean, I'll let them have their character representation. We know that the other daughter is most likely going to be the one that's going to be in straight relationships. She right now, if you saw the second episode, she is right now in a relationship with this track runner, this male track runner, and he really likes this girl. And he actually is they're in a relationship because you'll have to see the second episode if you haven't seen it yet. But so basically, one of the daughters is going to be straight, and the other one is going to be the Thunder lesbian character. And we also know that not only that she is supposed to be in a relationship in the future with this character by the name of Grace Cho, this Asian character who's supposed to be this meta-human. She is yet to appear in the show. So basically, this guy does not like that. But you actually get a good balance of characters, both straight and gay, in the show, because at least the main character is a straight alpha male who is trying to get back with his wife, that's a black love. Black love is being shown here. Yeah, you will have some of the interracial people who are supporting the show and the LGBT people who are supporting. They'll get something too. So it's going to be this show is actually balance of what representation is going to be on this show. And that's what, and I still want people to support this show. I'm liking this show. So you got other people who hate it for other reasons. But what I don't like is these trolls and racists that are coming in here, putting their scores, trying to lower the score. They want to try to lower the score. That's why we need to, if you support this show, we need to have more people supporting the show come here and put their ratings positive reviews. I'm going for hopefully 5 stars, some 4 stars, so we can push that rating up. And that's probably all I gotta say. So hopefully we can get this score a little bit higher, because those people I talked about, this is why I wanted to do this strategy. I know this is a long video, but this is why I wanted to do this strategy, is because you got these trolls that are just gonna find any reason to hate on this show, but also hate on the fact that this is a black superhero. If these racists and trolls are going to be doing this, trying to lower the audience score, the critic score on this show, what do you think is going to happen when Black Panther comes out? Oh, sorry about that. Right now, 99% of people are hitting this plus sign right here, wanting to see the movie. When they finally have the tomato meter and audience score thing come up, that is why. Those trolls, same trolls that you saw on those list of all the critics of the audience score, and maybe some in the critics that I probably didn't read yet, are probably gonna go in and probably gonna put all the negative stuff about Black Panther. But we can actually counter. We can actually counter that, and the only way to counter that is by us showing up on sites like this and putting on our reviews. A lot of us putting our reviews and stuff. Now, I said there was another website I wanted to talk about, and that's this one right here. This is IMDb, which is the I think it's the International or Internet Movie Database. I forgot what the I stands for, but it's the movie database. Basically, it's another one of these things that has reviews and stuff like that. Basically, you can watch videos or trailers, look at certain movies, look at how much they made, find ways to get tickets or something and stuff. And then the reason why I want to use it is, oh, by the way, I'm using 2 browsers, because one browser I'm actually logged in. Alright, I think, oh, right here. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I think this was it right here. Basically, you can also like with Rotten Tomatoes, it's not just critics, but everyday average Joe and Jane movie watchers and goers can put their own ratings. As you can see here, all the ratings that I put for certain films and shows have all been 10 stars. That shows how much I support these films and shows. And so I also want y'all to sign up an account. You don't have to pay for anything. Now, unless if you're doing the IMDb Pro, you may have to pay. But you don't have to do IMDb Pro to do all this. You can just do this regular account. I'm using 2 browsers right now, because this one I wanted to show how you sign up. You go in here, or you can sign up with Facebook. You go here. If you don't have an account, you go here, create new account. If you can go in here to if you already have an account, you can even sign in with the website itself, or you sign in with your account from other websites like Facebook, Google, and Amazon, because I think they have some connection with Amazon, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is another site we can use. If we can get a lot of people to sign up for here and put their reviews on Black Lightning or any other movies or shows that we are going to support and stuff. Matter of fact, let's look at all the shows that that I've been watching lately. I've been watching this. See, this is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid this, because if it goes to 59 or below, it becomes this. This is what I'm trying to avoid. Luckily, I've heard a lot of good things about Star Trek Discovery, and I guess mostly from the critics. See, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Matter of fact, and now this is another show. There was probably some stuff I haven't said. The other day, a couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago, this show's average tomato meter was at 95. This show came out in 2016, the first season. This is the maximum score. Remember, television shows, they tally up by each season, and then they combine the tally score ratings of 2 seasons. Today, I see this at 93. This was at 95. This actually changed just a couple days ago. That means, because once it's on Rotten Tomatoes, the scoring is unlimited. It could go high or low at any time, any month, any year, any century, as long as the scoring is on Rotten Tomatoes. Which, by the way, if you have liked the Luke Cage series and have not put any scores yet, I want to do an idea. See, if you watched Luke Cage and liked this show but didn't put a score, I want y'all to put y'all review on what you think of the show right now, and see if you can get as many good reviews to actually bump this score right here up to 80 or 90. If it happens, then I might do a follow-up video on that. I just wanted to test my strategy of Rotten Tomatoes. That's what this main video is about. I wanted to test my strategy on see how it's going so far. So far, it's going good in some ways. And then, first of all, hopefully we can get more people to put in their scores for season 1, and hopefully when season 2 comes out, we get a lot of good scores from season 2, and that's going to hopefully bump up or go down this main score. This is the main scores, 2 scores for critics and viewers. Yeah, let's try to bump some of these scores up, because remember, television critics, moviegoers, well, I mean, not just television critics, but television studios, network studios, movie studios, actors and actress, writers. If they see that these shows are getting positive reviews, it will make people want more of these shows. We got the upcoming Black Panther, and this is going to be an epic movie. Of course, we need to buy our tickets to see the movie financially, so it can get financial success by the amount of money it makes. We also need to make sure that it gets the best approval ratings as much as possible. Same way with this movie coming up in later this, I think, holiday season. This is the Spider-Man animated film that's coming up. And this particular Spider-Man is going to be none other than Miles Morales. As you know, that's the black Spider-Man. The black kid that becomes Spider-Man. The black Spider-Man. So they're going to do a movie on him. They're not going to do Peter Parker this time. He might make an appearance. But the main Spider-Man that they're doing this time is Miles Morales. If this movie succeeds, we could be seeing a lot more stuff involving Miles Morales. I mean, there's stuff like on television right now that involves Miles Morales. So, and we want to keep it up. Matter of fact, let's see. Man, I remember a lot of white people, a lot of racists did not like this show. But luckily, we were able to come in on Rotten Tomatoes and put our movie reviews and scores to make sure that this movie didn't go below 59. But I do want this score to go a little bit higher. So if you like this show and seen it but yet haven't put Rotten Tomatoes score on, hopefully sign up account, put your score on here, and hopefully we can move this score up. We need to get all these shows that we're supporting. We need to get these scores up so we can win this strategy, making sure that our shows that represent us, whatever you think about them or not, make sure that they do good so that more shows, and then hopefully one day more of our writers, black writers and directors, will create their own shows, studios, and will continue to make more shows like these in the future. So far, black is powerful right now. A lot of these black shows are doing great right now. And I heard that this show, Grownish, is already getting a second season. Let's hope that Black Lightning has the same treatment. It looks like it's going to get the same treatment. But what would help it is if this gets a higher audience score from the fans. Right now, it's getting a good score from the critics. Also, I'm also hoping, here's another thing, if I could find it. We need to also make sure that it gets high viewership. Right now, this is the viewership of the past 2 episodes. So remember, if you can't watch it on Tuesdays, you can watch the encore presentation on Fridays. You can also record it on DVR if you have DVR, because they count that viewership too, and then it goes into this thing, which is the total reviews, and let's to make sure we can get this viewership up. We need to get this viewership up right here. So hopefully the next episodes, a lot more people will watch the show. If you haven't checked out the show, please check out the show. It's good. And I guess that's all I gotta say about this video. So share this video. Leave a comment. I would like to hear some feedback on the video to see how you like the video and what you've learned about this video and what you plan to do. I would like to hear your comments in the comment section. Like I said, I had 2 other videos about Rotten Tomatoes strategy. If you would like to see those videos, if you're new to my channel, I will leave the link to those 2 videos. I will also leave a link to my YouTube account, my Black Junction TV, blackspot.com, blackjunction.com. I'm on Twitter. I would like you to follow me, subscribe to me. If you see a notification bell, hit that notification bell so you know when I'll come up with another video or any other kind of post. First of all, as for Black Lightning, I am really liking this show. I can't wait for the next episode. And hopefully y'all would watch it too. And also remember, let's get those scores up. Share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to me, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I'll make another video real soon. Thank you for your time. And and another thing, if you are a person who's also making videos, I definitely want to hear your feedback, and then maybe you could do a video about this video or about this strategy that I'm planning. I would really like to hear your feedback through your videos if I'm subscribed to you, and I would really like to hear your idea about my strategy concerning with Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. I would really like to hear from y'all in y'all videos, and other than that, leave a comment. Thank you for your time, and I'll hope to talk to you in the next video. Thank you.